What if I told you there are plants that calculate? Not with numbers, but with careful timing. The Venus flytrap doesn't just snap shut at the first touch, it waits for exactly the right moment to strike. Tonight, we'll uncover how these botanical assassins developed intelligence without brains, patience without consciousness, and perfect traps without moving parts. Settle in as we decode the hidden mathematics behind each lethal embrace, where one wrong step means becoming fertilizer. Chapter 1. The Venus Flytrap, the Active Trap. Let's begin our exploration with the Venus flytrap, one of the most iconic carnivorous plants in the world. Native to the subtropical wetlands of the Carolinas, this plant has evolved a highly specialized method of capturing and digesting insects. Unlike other plants that passively absorb nutrients from the soil, the Venus flytrap actively hunts. This evolutionary adaptation allows it to thrive in environments where the soil is poor in nitrogen and other essential nutrients. At the heart of the Venus flytrap's mechanism are its modified leaves that act like spring-loaded traps. These leaves are hinged and equipped with sensitive trigger hairs. When an unsuspecting insect lands and touches these hairs twice within a 20-second window, the trap snaps shut. This requirement for a double trigger prevents the plant from wasting energy on false alarms, such as raindrops or debris. Once the trap is closed, the plant begins a more complex process. The edges of the trap form a tight seal, creating a stomach-like chamber. Inside, the plant secretes digestive enzymes that begin breaking down the insect's soft tissues. This process can take about 5 to 12 days depending on the size of the prey and environmental conditions. After digestion, the trap reopens, revealing the indigestible parts of the insect, such as exoskeletons, which are eventually washed away by rain or blown off by wind. The Venus flytrap's ability to count touches and respond only when specific conditions are met suggests a form of primitive memory. This kind of behavior is remarkable for an organism without a nervous system. Scientists have discovered that this counting is done through electrical impulses, much like nerve signals in animals. When a trigger hair is stimulated, it generates an action potential. If 2 action potentials occur in quick succession, the trap is activated. This active trapping mechanism is not just a marvel of evolution. It is also a brilliant example of energy efficiency. The Venus flytrap does not move unless absolutely necessary. Each snap costs the plant energy, and too many false triggers could weaken it. This selectivity ensures the plant conserves its resources and only digests insects that provide a worthwhile nutritional reward. In addition to capturing prey, the Venus flytrap also has to protect itself from microbial invasion. After all, an open wound with decaying material could invite bacteria and fungi. To counter this, the plant produces antimicrobial compounds within its digestive juices, further enhancing its efficiency and ensuring the prey is safely and cleanly broken down into usable nutrients. Chapter 2. The Pitcher Plant, the Pitfall Trap. Moving from the sudden snap of the Venus flytrap, we enter the realm of the pitcher plant, which employs a different strategy entirely. Found in tropical and temperate regions across the globe, pitcher plants use pitfall traps to lure, capture, and digest their prey. The trap is formed from a modified leaf that resembles a deep cavity filled with liquid. The design is both inviting and deceptive. The rim of the pitcher, called the peristome, is often brightly colored and coated with nectar to attract insects. This sugary lure is irresistible to many creatures seeking a quick meal. As they move toward the nectar, the insects encounter the plant's slick, waxy surface. This causes them to lose their footing and fall into the pitcher's depths. Once inside, the insect finds it nearly impossible to escape. The inner walls of the pitcher are lined with downward-pointing hairs and additional slippery surfaces that prevent any upward movement. At the bottom of the trap lies a pool of digestive fluid, which begins to dissolve the insect almost immediately. The plant then absorbs the released nutrients through specialized cells. Unlike the Venus flytrap, which relies on movement, the pitcher plant is passive in its trapping strategy. Yet, it is no less efficient. Its design has been optimized over millions of years to ensure that once an insect enters, it rarely escapes. The pitcher plant's ability to digest and process nutrients from a wide variety of prey allows it to survive in some of the most nutrient-poor environments on Earth. Interestingly, pitcher plants have formed mutualistic relationships with certain animals. For instance, some species of bats and tree shrews defecate into the pitcher after feeding on the nectar, providing the plant with additional nitrogen. This fascinating coevolution highlights how adaptable and resourceful these plants are. The pitcher plant's enzymes are not its only line of defense. Many species produce compounds that prevent microbial growth, ensuring that the trap does not become a breeding ground for bacteria. In some cases, the liquid inside the pitcher is so acidic and enzymatically active that it can dissolve even tough insect exoskeletons within days. Even after digestion, the pitcher plant continues to recycle nutrients. Some species can retain the skeletal remains of their prey for weeks, slowly extracting minerals. This gradual process maximizes nutrient intake and ensures that nothing is wasted. The pitcher plant is a model of patience and efficiency, proving that passivity can be just as deadly as action. Chapter 3. The Sundew, the flypaper trap. Our final case study takes us to the world of the sundew, a genus of carnivorous plants that employs a sticky, adhesive method to ensnare its prey. Found on every continent except Antarctica, sundews are characterized by their glandular tentacles, each tipped with a droplet of glistening mucilage. This sticky substance both attracts and traps insects. To an insect, these droplets appear as dewdrops or nectar. When it lands on a sundew leaf, it quickly becomes entangled in the mucilage. The more the insect struggles, the more it stimulates nearby tentacles to curl toward it, increasing the surface area of contact. Within minutes, the prey is fully immobilized, unable to escape the plant's sticky embrace. Once the insect is secured, the sundew begins secreting digestive enzymes that break down its victim. This process is slow and methodical, often taking several hours to complete. The resulting nutrient-rich solution is absorbed through the surface of the leaf, providing essential sustenance in otherwise barren environments. The sundew's movement is slow but deliberate. Some species can bend their tentacles and even fold entire leaves around their prey. This active response maximizes digestive efficiency by enclosing the prey and concentrating the enzymes. While not as dramatic as the snap of a Venus flytrap, the sundew's movement is still impressive for a plant. Sundews are particularly effective at capturing small flying insects like gnats, mosquitoes, and flies. Their traps are ideally suited to environments where such insects are abundant, but soil nutrients are lacking. By targeting small but frequent meals, sundews maintain a consistent intake of nitrogen and other minerals. Moreover, sundews display a fascinating sensitivity to touch and chemical signals. They can distinguish between living prey and non-nutritive debris. When an insect is caught, the plant increases enzyme production. But if a raindrop or piece of dirt lands on the leaf, it remains passive. This selective response conserves energy and ensures the plant's resources are used efficiently. Conclusion. The hidden intelligence of nature. As we reflect on these extraordinary plants, we begin to understand something profound. Carnivorous plants like the Venus flytrap, pitcher plant, and sundew represent nature's ability to innovate in the face of adversity. They inhabit environments that most other plants cannot, using unique adaptations to capture and digest animal prey. Despite lacking nervous systems, muscles, or brains, these plants perform complex behaviors. They respond to touch, calculate timing, and deploy enzymes with surgical precision. Their evolution is a testament to the power of natural selection and the diverse strategies life has developed to overcome scarcity. These plants also remind us that intelligence is not limited to creatures with consciousness. There is a different kind of intelligence in Nacharon that manifests through form, function, and adaptability. Carnivorous plants are quiet predators, working slowly but effectively, turning limitation into strength. Through our exploration tonight, we've seen how 3 different types of traps active, pitfall, and flypaper have evolved to serve the same fundamental purpose: survival. Each method is perfectly tailored to its environment and prey, showcasing the fine-tuned artistry of evolution. Let this journey into the world of carnivorous plants serve as a gentle reminder that nature holds endless secrets waiting to be uncovered. Even in silence, even in stillness, life finds a way to innovate. So as you drift into sleep, carry with you the image of these quiet hunters, thriving in the shadows, patiently waiting, gently reminding us of the power and elegance of the natural world.